Fala galera, meu nome é Bruno, esse aqui é o Porquê Metal, e o vídeo de hoje é uma entrevista que eu fiz com a Jennifer Haben, a vocalista da banda alemã de metal sinfônico Beyond the Black. Eles estão lançando hoje o Break the Silence, um disco ótimo, que já tem uma resenha completa aqui no canal. Se você ainda não assistiu, vai lá assistir depois de ver a entrevista. E eu só queria dar uns recados aqui antes de eu soltar a entrevista. Primeiro, deixa o like no vídeo, se inscreve no canal se ainda não for inscrito, comenta depois o que você achou da entrevista. E segundo, no dia que eu gravei essa entrevista, 10 horas da manhã de uma terça-feira, o meu vizinho de cima estava fazendo uma obra. Então, toda vez que eu for falar alguma coisa no vídeo, que eu for fazer alguma pergunta, você vai ouvir marteladas e máquinas funcionando. E eu avisei isso para ela na hora, ela foi super compreensiva, mas eu achei chato pra caramba e fazer o quê, né? E vale dizer também que a conexão no dia não estava das melhores, não sei se do meu lado ou do lado dela, mas uma hora ou outra ela vai dar uma travada. É pouca coisa, piscou, perdeu, mas fica aí o aviso. Bom, esses são os recados, fiquem aí com a entrevista. So, thank you again for being here and congratulations on Break the Silence. I had a chance to hear it and it's a great album, very big and very bold. So, congrats. So, Break the Silence comes out in less than a month on January 9th. How do you usually feel before a big release like this?
How I feel. A lot of stuff is happening. So, yeah, busy, but still excited. And yeah, since this album was finished a lot of months ago, yeah, I'm just excited that everyone can hear finally everything that we've done a lot of time ago.
And you have the Rising High tour starting in January, just a few days after the album drops. And how are the rehearsals going? And you guys have already played live some of the singles, but is there any new song or songs from the album that you're most excited to play live for the first time?
We will play much more from the new album than we normally do, I think. And I want to have even more from the new album, since I think there are really good songs on that one, and also a lot of good live material. Sometimes you're writing a song and it's working perfectly for an album, but it's not really working for a live performance. But this time I think we have a lot of stuff to play live. And yeah, of course, we just played some days ago The Art of Being Alone live for the first time at the Lord Fest with Lot of the Lost. And that already felt so special. And yeah, I'm excited to do that with the other songs too.
And Break the Silence is a bold and big project, not only musically, but you guys delivered amazing and cinematic music videos that are all like interconnected with a concept, even with you playing a hero with a full costume that looks amazing. So can you tell me a little bit about the concept of the album and the video clips?
Since the beginning of this album, we were thinking about, okay, what is really moving us? So what we noticed is that people are more divided than ever. And what is the problem about it? It's because we're not really communicating anymore, not having the deep conversations and really trying to understand each other. It feels more like people are just putting out their opinions and not really listening to the other opinion from the other one who's listening. You know. So that was what we wanted to have as a context for the album, and yeah, trying to make a whole story about it, like kind of a movie from the beginning till the end of the music videos, and having everything connected. And this is basically what we did in the end. Also in the animated video, we had like all of those themes that we already had in other music videos, and all like the pendant, the raven pendant, and all of that stuff. And I'm pretty proud of what we did.
And about the music videos, how involved are you in the development of those? Is that something you enjoy taking a part of?
No, Chris and I were thinking about this most of the time. So we created the whole story, and of course, with Trey Film, who did the music videos with us together, the director, he was, of course, also putting into this story some ideas, because you cannot always realize what is in our head, to be honest. So yeah, but in the end, yeah, I'm really happy with the results.
And not only are the music videos very well produced, but Beyond the Black has always had a very cinematic sound. And on Break the Silence, there is even a great song called La Vie est un cinéma. Does this reflect a major influence from film scores and movies on your writing process? And if so, can you name some examples that inspired you in the new album?
For this album, we were inspired most of the time by different cultural influences. You know, since we're talking about languages and we're talking about communication, we need, or for us, it was logical to say, okay, we want to have some different languages on it and some influences. So we started, for example, with Rising High, with that African voice that we had, and trying to write something around it that sounds like BTB but still is inspired by this. And I think that is why it feels more fresh to us as well. And yeah, and that is why we wanted to also have other languages like French or Japanese. I'm a big Japan lover, so I wanted to have that definitely. And yeah, Bulgarian and some other languages. So we are one world, we want to be connected, and this is what this album should be.
And all the guests, they played a very significant part in their song, from the Bulgarian voices and Asami and Chris Harms. But in the last song of the album, Velchmats, you sing an emotional song in your mother tongue. Can you tell me a little bit about the song? Just very beautiful.
Thank you. That is one of those songs that don't want to be something or a single or something. So I really like to do this at least once at every album. Last album it was Do You Remember? Or I Remember Dying, that is how it's called in the end. And this time it's Weltschmerz. And since, of course, we're German and we needed to have one German song on that album too. But the general idea behind the song is that, yeah, do you know what Weltschmerz means? It's more like feeling the heaviness of the world on your shoulders, like world pain when you want to translate it. Um, and this is why it was perfect for such a experimental song that just stands for its own and don't want to be a single.
So going back to concerts, you played your first gig in Brazil this year, 2025, at Bangers Open Air. How was that experience for you?
Was amazing, of course. These people are so crazy and loud, and we, after 10 years coming to this country and knowing that there are some fans that waited like 10 years for us, you really could feel the thankfulness and all of the excitement. And I think this is also why we said, okay, we need to come back. We need to see these people again and give something back to them.
Did you get to know a little bit of the country of São Paulo, or was very fast the tour here?
Especially Brazil, we did not really have time. But yeah, also I have to say we couldn't really see something around our hotel, of course. But it was more like playing the shows, enjoying the people in front of the stage, and yeah, getting every emotion with us, taking it with us, and putting it into what else is coming this year.
On that note, is there any chance of Beyond the Black coming back here with the Rising High tour?
Hopefully. I'm not sure when, but we know that we will definitely come back. Just don't have concrete plans right now.
So, speaking a little bit about yourself, you have been singing since you were like a kid in the early days. What got you into music overall? Do you remember?
I think I just enjoyed singing, and you could see that when I was like 3 years old. And I went to playing piano when I was 5, and in a choir when I was 6. And I just after 1 year, the leader of the choir was seeing that I was just enjoying everything, and that I could sing some solo parts, and this is how I started being on stage. And when you're watching me in videos, you can see that I'm so comfortable in just singing on stage. I was in my own world, and I enjoyed it every time. And when it came to speaking, there is a switch. You can see I don't want to speak. And this is somehow still the case, but it's okay right now, of course. But yeah, I just enjoyed singing all the time and being a musician and playing instruments, and always wanted to have more music in my life.
And before Beyond the Black, you have built a solid and strong career outside of heavy metal. How was this transition received by your original fan base? Did they follow you into this new genre?
I'm not sure. I think Beyond the Black was a totally new project. But since I was playing more genres in my first band, that was not public, not really public. We played some shows, but just locally. It was called Speed, and I was building that band when I was 9 years old, and 5 years, I think. We were playing shows on the weekends, and we played a lot of different genres. We played AC/DC as well, but also Whitney Houston, Amy Winehouse, also different languages. I was just enjoying to do whatever I wanted to do, and whatever I wanted to sing. And very interesting for me is that I could put every single emotion that I had into all of these different genres. And I think that is also why I was choosing symphonic metal as my genre in the end, because also there I had the chance to have like those super emotional, melancholy sides, ballads, but also having the powerful, hard stuff there, and putting my power into all of this. I think, yeah, that was the perfect field where I could really put every emotion into.
That's great. And I have one final question. It's kind of a three-parter. And we have an official Spotify playlist of the channel in which we ask our guests to make suggestions to add to it. So I have to ask you for three suggestions. One from Beyond the Black, one that is a song that has always been accompanying you since you were a kid and you will forever be listening to, like a song that belongs in your heart. And two, the final one is one that you discovered recently. It doesn't have to be a new song, but something that impacted you recently, the last month and weeks. And it doesn't have to be metal. You can go
Yeah.
any other genre you like.
Okay. So Beyond the Black song, I'd say The Art of Being Alone. For a song that I liked when I was younger, I'd say Decode from Paramore. Or do you want a metal song here?
No, it can be whatever you like. We have even classical music in the playlist.
Okay. And then for the third one, what can I take here? I'm not really discovering a lot sometimes, because I don't have time for it. But I have. I need to check my Spotify. I think. Where are my songs here? I think something from Jacob Collier, because that was my top artist this year. Do you know that one?
Yes, it's like a virtuoso. We've played a lot of
Yeah.
different
He
stuff.
is. Yeah, he is. And I think I take the song with Aurora that he did. I'm not sure how it's called right now. One moment. Jacob Collier and Aurora. A Rock Somewhere. It's a very experimental song as well. But as you know, like Weltschmerz, I love experimental stuff.
I also really like the Code from Paramore. Paramore is a
Yeah.
band, and my wife is a very Twilight fan, so she
Yes,
enjoys
yes.
it.
What do you think how I discovered this one? Yeah.
So thank you so much, Jennifer, for taking your time to come to the show. I'd like to give you the space, the floor to speak to the Brazilian audience that's watching this video.
Thank you so much for your support, for your interest in our album. And yeah, hope to see you soon.